All right, today we are going to dig into a subject that you probably think you already know inside and out. But I promise you, there's so much more to it than just, coloring in countries on a map. We are completely rethinking geography.
So, let me ask you something. How does your phone, right now, know the absolute fastest route to your favorite coffee shop? I mean, how does it know about the traffic jams, the shortcuts, all of it, instantly? Well, the short answer, and it might surprise you, is geography. Yeah, geography. Not the old school kind with dusty globes, but a super dynamic, data-driven science that's shaping our world in ways we barely even notice.
Okay, so if it's not just about memorizing capitals and rivers anymore, then what is it? What is geography really? Let's break it down.
You know, the word itself actually gives us a pretty big clue. It comes to us from ancient Greek. You've got geo, which means earth, and graphia, meaning description. So at its very core, it's about describing the Earth. But trust me, that is just the beginning of the story.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Modern geography doesn't just stop at what and where. The really crucial questions are why and how. Like, why is a city built right next to a river? And how does a massive mountain range affect weather patterns and even trade routes? It's really the science of connection.
This is what makes geography so unique. See, on one side, you have the natural sciences. They're studying rocks, water, climate, all that stuff. And on the other side, you have the social sciences, studying people, cultures, economies. Well, geography is the bridge. It's the bridge that connects them, helping us understand how the physical planet shapes us and how we, in turn, shape the planet.
So, because geography is such a huge field, it's organized into a few major worlds, you could say, just to help make sense of it all.
Basically, it all boils down to three main branches.
First up, there's physical geography. This is all about the planet's natural systems. You know, the engines that create our mountains, our weather, our ecosystems. Then you have human geography, which is all about us, why we build cities where we do, how our economies are all linked up across the globe. And finally, environmental geography dives into that critical intersection, that often fragile relationship between humanity and nature.
Let's dive a little deeper into physical geography. This isn't just some abstract science. We're talking about fields like geomorphology, which explains why a city like New Orleans is so vulnerable to sinking, or climatology, which helps us predict the path of a hurricane. It's really the foundational science of how our planet works.
Now, on the flip side, human geography explores our world. It asks the really big questions, right? Why do our cities pop up where they do? How do these massive global trade networks actually function? How do we draw political borders? And what do those lines on a map really mean for the people living there? It touches on almost every single aspect of our lives.
Okay, so we've got a handle on what geography is. But the real question is, why does any of this matter? This is where we shift from theory to action and look at geography's big goals.
It's all about taking that knowledge and using it to solve real-world problems. Geography gives us the tools to understand natural hazards, like earthquakes, to better manage precious resources like water, to plan smarter, more sustainable cities, and, crucially, to prepare for and respond to disasters.
And when you add all of that up, you start to see its huge real-world impact. Geography is absolutely essential for everything from protecting our environment and managing our resources to driving economic growth and keeping people safe. It is a deeply practical science.
And the thing is, it's not just for city planners or scientists. I mean, think about your own day. You check the weather forecasts, that's climatology. You use GPS to get around, that is applied geography. You try to understand a news story about international tensions, that's geopolitics. Even just knowing where that package you ordered online is, that comes down to tracking global supply chains. It is literally everywhere.
So let's pull all these threads together. When you step back and look at the big picture, you start to realize that geography is so much more than a school subject. It's an essential perspective for navigating our future.
At the end of the day, this is what it all boils down to. Geography gives us the tools and the perspective to read the blueprint of our world, to understand its complex systems, its interconnected challenges, and all of its incredible opportunities.
It hands us the knowledge to truly understand how our world works. So, the final, and I think most important question is, for all of us, with this blueprint in our hands, what kind of future are we going to choose to build?